Hello and welcome to another Forza Horizon 4 video. Now this is the newly released Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, and as you can see it is an SUV. However, it's not any old SUV, it has over 500 brake horsepower and a 8-speed automatic transmission, and today I'm going to review it to see why this Alfa is so brilliant.
But I like this!
Well, I mean, that's not really a car. You've brought something that isn't a car to my car review. That's just a piece of scaffolding with some very big springs and wheels.
No, it isn't. This is a Can-Am Maverick. It may not look like a car, and it only has a 1-speed transmission generating, well, not much horsepower, but look at the springs!
Yeah, I can see them. But I suppose if you want to compare that piece of scaffolding to my magnificent Alfa, then, well, I suppose there's no harm in doing that.
Okay, so this Can-Am has a 900cc engine producing 172 horsepower. That may not seem like much, but when put to the test off-road under extreme conditions, it can be very, very useful. As we will see, as I obliterate that, well, that monstrosity behind me. I mean, look at the grill. Who makes a triangular grill?
Well, to answer this question, who makes a triangular grill? One of the best and prestigious manufacturers in the world, and that's Alfa Romeo. Yes, Alfa Romeo have now made an SUV, and it has the same configuration as the Giulia Quadrifoglio, which makes it even more magnificent. Sure, it may be a bit taller and a bit more difficult to handle around some of the corners on a track, but off-road it will absolutely obliterate his little play toy.
What do you mean, one of the most prestigious car manufacturers in the world? Every time you get in one of those things, at least 14 things fall off it. Can-Am has made, well, a lot of things that people have enjoyed. Also, Alfa have been so useless and stupid not to think of the simple idea of fitting your car with off-road tyres. That's just one more reason why SUVs are utterly useless off-road. What you really need is one of these.
We could have argued until the middle of next week, but before we could do that, we started the first event. So, with it being winter currently, we have come to an ice lake with the Stelvio and the play toy to see which is quicker on the ice. Now, stupidly, Alfa haven't fitted the Stelvio with off-road tyres as standard, so I'm on Alfa stock tyres, whereas the Maverick is on off-road / snow tyres. So this means the Can-Am will get off the lane better. However, the Can-Am can only get to about 100. But I say that.
You what?
We do start on tarmac. We do start on tarmac. So, I mean, I've never done this track trip before. So, I mean, the Alfa is just completely dominating.
The Alfa.
Over that little
the Alfa
expensive play toy.
0 to 60, probably because we're on top, and I'm already topping out 110. That's crazy. I mean, you do have 400 extra horsepower, so that must have helped.
Yes.
Somehow.
Yeah. I didn't know we launched on a solid surface. I guess that does make sense, but yeah, first point goes to the Alfa.
That's not what I expected to happen. Okay, so our cars being 4x4s, we decided to take them off-road to this Arthur's Seat cross-country race up in Scotland. Now it is snowing, and I believe the race starts on tarmac, so the Alfa should get a better launch than me, but hopefully I can make up some time off-road. Here we go.
Here we go. I'm going to count my launch here to get in front before the first corner. There you go. And now onto the dirt.
This is my lawnmower. Okay, so Quinn's car does have stock tyres, and you can already see it there. Why are you braking?
Sorry, I have no traction.
Okay, that was a little bit of a white line, but it made me catch up a bit.
Oh, you've caught right back up to my Alfa now. I just have nowhere to go with the traction. I do have traction, but not as much as that little Can-Am does.
Yeah, this is a straight line though, so you should catch up a little bit through here.
Whoa, that was very close.
Almost did a front flip. No worries. Oh no, he's right on my tail. Across the road. I mean, train track, sorry.
I'm just sliding out to the wall here. I got nowhere to.
Yes.
Really. This is frustrating.
Kept a nice inside line through there. Oh no, he's up my inside. Go away. Oh no, it's a straight. He's gonna get me on the overtake. How are we gonna do this bit then? This race is quite straight, which will help his car more because my car tops out 113. There's just no corners where I can catch up. I'll try and do it though.
This is quite heavy, so trying to get this thing around some of the tyre corners with these tyres is a bit difficult. Especially when that happens. I've just had a massive slide and that's knocked off probably a lot of my time. Come on, as we go across the motorway. The Alfa, I think, is going to take yet another victory if we get some air across the
second win of the day.
Well, Alfa didn't seem to do too well in the first half of that because it was actually pretty technical. And
yeah.
I think if it had carried on, sort of looping around the mountain, like it did at the start, I think the Can-Am would have probably done a lot better. But it just seemed to just straighten out, and my Alfa could just run away. So there we go.
Yeah, that was a really straight track.
Yeah, another victory for the Alfa. So we've come here to the Turnhouse Scramble, a little bit more of a technical circuit, in fact a lot more of a technical circuit, so I think the Can-Am will probably be a lot more at home here than the Stelvio. It probably won't reach its top speed as it did in the cross-country event. Don't think there's really a long enough straight to be able to do that. So yeah, we'll see how it does. It should have more traction as well. So yeah,
we are starting on snow.
Yes, we are. Right,
although that doesn't really make a difference. My launch isn't that great.
My launch on snow, for having no snow tires, is not that bad, but it's when I get to corners that I just slide out wide.
Whoa! Yeah.
Really can't do anything about it. It's just
this thing just has infinite traction, and it just rolls into the outside of the corner. Because look at the suspension on this thing; it's just acting so hard to compensate for the G's that it's getting around its turns. Okay, so if you are doing, this thing is quite high up in B class. I haven't tried upgrading it yet, so I don't know whether it can get to B, what is it, 600, B600 in this game. 700? Okay, well whatever. I think it can get to the top of B class, but this is incredible off-road, especially in winter.
Yeah.
I'd definitely recommend it if you're doing any B class off-road racing.
Well, my Alfa is struggling. Is relatively decent as it is off-road. It's no match for that Can-Am around here. Both these vehicles are stock as they come from the auto show. The Can-Am, as we've said, does come with off-road tires. The Stelvio doesn't. So while it does have a bit of traction, it's gonna struggle. You can see it miles off in the distance, speeding away. So.
This thing is incredible on technical tracks. The top speed does hinder it a bit, but I reckon you can upgrade that with a little bit more power. And there we are, across the line.
Well, the Alfa tried, but it was no match. Certainly in the winter to that Can-Am. I'm not sure how it would do in other seasons. It may do a little bit better, but certainly in the snow as it is now, the rugged conditions that you would use either of these two vehicles for, the Can-Am is better.
Okay, so for the final race of the video, me and Quinn have come to a race that Quinn made that runs up a river. I don't know what he was on when making this either, but, you know, it could be good. The Maverick is quite light, I don't know how it's going to fare, but we're going! There we go.
Maverick is a good launch off-road.
Yeah, the old start was on the tarmac, but whoa, that is tight.
You need to be quite careful. Try not to go on the land as much.
Yeah,
I mean, there are some points where going on the land is okay, but other points you're just going to cut the track.
Yeah, I'm not meaning to, I do.
Throwing trees at my Stelvio.
Oh, there's a weir!
Be careful of these water.
There's another weir!
Little waterfall thing.
Oh god! Whoa!
You've really got to be careful over these. Like,
I went really slowly over that one because I do not want to front. Whoa! I do not want to front flip.
Sat on him.
Oh,
sat on the Can-Am.
He's got a bad exit out of that corner. This is the boat
really
Can-Am. Brake. Do not want to front flip.
Aerial overtake! Yes, that was the best overtake I could have done there. The Stelvio takes these waterfalls like an absolute champion. You really need to be careful in the Can-Am. We've had a bit of an accident there.
Oh, yeah,
Go either side of the bridge to there.
As we've seen throughout me driving this thing, this video, it is prone to front flipping or doing something of that sort.
It is quite springy. So yeah, you really need to be careful. Oh, he's gonna nearly overtake him. Let him go because this is incredibly narrow. I don't really want to battle here. Oh, this is gonna be close. Come on, Stelvio.
Oh no,
you can do it.
I'm so scared of flipping.
Come on. Oh, come on, Stelvio. Alright, this checkpoint's right here. Oh, bogged down over that one.
Looks at finish.
We're almost there. 85% finished. Race.
Oh!
The Can-Am's on a front flip, but he's stayed ahead. He's stayed ahead.
One more.
Oh,
you pushed me. 10%
give him a
left.
bit of a nudge. We've got a couple of ones left. These are the nastiest ones, though. You can really get stuck here if you're not careful. I've landed on him again. No, I've got stuck in the final one.
When's got stuck? And it's the final checkpoint. The Can-Am is going to take it. That was a very interesting race. Oh my god. How do you even get over that one?
Yeah, I could get over it. I just took a walking hang and that's it. And because your car is so good, you know, the springs are so high up, it can really take stuff like that. Going at the correct speed, it can take it pretty well. Well, the Can-Am takes it.
Well, that was a very interesting race. So that is the end of our video, and I'd say it's a pretty good result. We both won 2 out of 4 races that we did, giving us both 2 points each. The Alfa did better on the speedy tracks, and the Can-Am is just incredible round the corners and, as it turns out, in a river. So if we've come to a pretty good conclusion. If you would like a nice SUV that is styled and designed in Italy by the one and only Alfa Romeo, definitely go for the Stelvio. It is an all-round perfect car. Brilliant off-road, amazing drive on-road, and I'm really happy they added it into the car pass. But if you're looking for all-out cornering capability on off-road terrain, go for the Maverick. It's just incredible around the corners. You saw what it did in the third race. I just have nothing else to say about it. Look at the springs!
So there you go, that is the end of our review of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio and the Can-Am Maverick. Now personally I think these are 2 great additions into Horizon. I've driven them both and they are great fun to drive. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, and also be sure to go and subscribe to Louis. I'll leave a link in the description to his channel and a thing on the end screen. But until the next video, goodbye.